Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another session of podcast. I wish and I'm sure you will enjoy listening to the broadcast.
What is meditation? The simple question of what is really meditation?
You want to know what is meditation? So, this is a meditation. I have heard this word when I was very small. This word from my father. But those days I was very young. I didn't know. I heard this word, but before going into this, what is meditation? So I request you to understand the word meditation. Literally about 800 years ago, there was no word meditation. So 1200 plus only this word meditation came into the existence of language English.
Okay.
It was borrowed from French word meditation. French has borrowed it from Latin, meditario. So if we are doing this program 800 years ago, we will not be doing this program because this word itself was not there. You understand how?
Yeah. But in
So in the last, tell me.
Indian context, I think it has always, in some form or the other, it has always been there, right?
Yeah, this concept by itself was there ever since mankind was there.
Right.
We don't have the history. So we are talking, since we are conversing in English, we are just going through the origin of this word meditation.
Right.
It's always first one should understand the language. Then only you will be in a position to convey or portray what is that you want to say.
True.
So what is meditation? There are innumerable number of people who would have given you innumerable number of explanations. Correct?
Yeah.
So you said meditation and practice, right? Practicing meditation.
Practicing meditation, yeah.
It's not a football, it's not a cricket, it's not a billiards, it's not playing carom for you to practice. One cannot practice meditation. I know that.
Okay. Yeah.
The meditation will not come under the concept of understanding, right? Understanding becomes verbal,
Sensual.
where there is no
Through
action,
some senses.
there is no act.
Right.
So that means what is meditation? You said it's a very confusing thing, right? Confusing for a person to understand what is meditation.
Right.
There are various forms of meditations. Like if you, for example, if you take Marconi, who found radio few hundreds of years ago, when he found radio, he never went and studied anywhere. It is a scientific invention, correct?
Yeah.
Our invention is, making something which is not there. A discovery is something which you find something for the first time, which is already there.
Which is already exists.
Yeah,
correct.
exists. That is what the discovery and invention. When it comes to the question of a radio, the word radio was not there when Marconi was living. Then he finds a machine which can receive and transmit. It's his invention.
His invention.
So literally he would not have gone and studied somewhere. There was not a place where university or school or where you go and study radio engineering. Because the word radio itself was not there, no?
Right.
Nobody knew that there is something which can be invented like that. So he is the first guy who to come with that invention. So what the entire, number of human beings living on earth at that time, this one particular brain of Marconi invents this. You follow?
I get. So it's a non-existing idea, non-learned.
Now what is that led to this invention by this brain?
Okay.
That's meditation. In 1905, the Wright brothers flew the first machine. At that time, there was no word called aviation in English. They have not gone to any school or college or university to study aviation engineering.
Right.
Aviation engineering was never there at that time because mankind did not know that we can make a machine to fly faster, travel faster from one place to another place. So the Wright brothers successfully make it in 1905. So these two brains of these two brothers made that successful flying machine possible in the year 1905, right? What is these two brains compared to all the other human beings who were living with them together at that time in all parts of the world, could not think. And these two brains could manage to think and practically come out with a machine which can fly. And then later on only the aviation engineering, all these civil aviation, so many things comes in this last 115 years. 2005 was celebrated as the 100th year of aviation, field of aviation. So in 1905 he did it, these two brothers, those two brains.
Right.
Do we call that as meditation? You are working on something. Imagination plays a lot of role. Okay? Meditation cannot be practiced. It is not possible. One cannot do meditation. That means the meditation has to do you.
Yes. Yeah.
You put it reverse.
Right.
Meditation has to do you. That means what is meditation? Meditation is something. Now Lord Buddha walked out of his empire, leaving the kingdom, the palace, his people, his family members, everything. He came out in search of something, right? He was on the search of something. So he went into a tapas, a penance, whatever you call it. So there are a lot of words. You have to be very clear of the language. He practiced a technique of vipassana. Vipassana is something that you try and observe every small part of your body.
Right.
That's vipassana.
I've had the fortune of doing it.
Yeah. So there are schools of vipassanas, international schools of vipassana.
Goenka.
Headed with Mr. Goenka. Yeah. I think his name is G.D. Goenka.
G.D. Goenka.
He's no more now. They conduct periodically programs inviting people to come and go through this, how to do vipassana meditation.
It's a 10-day course, a minimum 10 day.
Yeah. So,
Monam course.
Yeah, that's where meditation, vipassana technique, and that was something which was found or practiced or realized or whatever you call it by Siddhartha Buddha, right? It is his methodology. It is his way of what is meditation for himself. Now, if you want to further understand this word meditation, what do you want to meditate?
What or why?
What is that you want to meditate? The next question is, why do you want to meditate?
Yeah.
What is that you want to meditate? Or, okay, why is that you want to meditate?
Yeah. Why does one need to meditate?
If you are interested in this word, if you are interested in this subject, what is that you want to meditate? What is that you are looking for? You want to achieve something?
I doubt meditation is to achieve really, because the moment you put an achievement for it, it's goal oriented.
Meditation is not to gain any benefit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I know meditation is possible or not. Say I know meditation is not possible as long as your sense of ownership is there, which I explained to you in emotions.
Right.
Because as long as the sense of ownership is there, as a personality trait of a human being, then fear of losing things come into play.
And you cannot switch off that feeling for 20 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour because you are meditating.
No, meditation is beyond time frame.
It's beyond, yes. Yeah.
Meditation is absolutely beyond time frame. You cannot say that I practice meditation for 2 hours a day. Why don't you practice it for 24 hours a day?
No, actually, so now that you say it, if you practice it for 2 hours a day, it cannot be meditation. You cannot be a certain person, or you cannot train your mind to be a certain way for 2 hours and be the rest for 22 hours.
Okay, let's look at this. The process of thinking in a human being is a process which is not under your control or not under your disposal.
Not under your,
And you don't understand where it starts. You don't understand what it is, right? You can only realize it.
You can only realize.
We are not being given that aspect of how to realize our process of thinking by the nature which has created you, right? This process of thinking, it is continuously going on, even when you are sleeping. Otherwise, dreams won't become possible.
True.
So, somebody says that I want to stop my thinking. I do meditation to stop my thinking. 4 hours a day, I deeply drown into something where my thinking process stops. I would say it's an imagination. You cannot stop your process of thinking. It is not possible. Now, if you want to know what exactly is meditation, physiologically, going away from acidic condition of the plasma of your blood to alkali is meditation.
So,
physiologically, in biochemistry, the blood, you have 5 to 6 liters of blood. 50% of it is plasma, which is water base. He's the one who does all the job, right?
Yeah.
The balance 50% is your platelet, white blood corpuscle, red blood corpuscles, and whatnot. This is constantly disturbed with your thought waves. And food and nutrition. Now, how to convert this into alkali?
So, if I can understand this, it's more of a byproduct, or it's the result of being meditative, that your body becomes more alkaline than acidic, or the plasma becomes more alkaline than
No,
acidic.
if you are going to connect meditation only to your brain, it is not possible. Because every cell has its own brain.
Yes.
How are you going to address them? The craving for food is from every individual cell does. That overall craving for food is hunger.
Right.
As long as hunger is there, there is no meditation. Then comes sex. As long as that instinct is there can never be a meditation. Then comes emotions, feeling of safety and security, survival.
Attachment.
All that emotion comes mean attachment is connected to it.
Right.
Why emotions are only because of attachment? There is no meditation. Absolutely not possible. So what is, if you want to really understand what is meditation, I will tell you an interesting story. There was a big river. One side of the river, there was one huge settlement was there. A township or village or whatever you call it, where human beings were living. The other side of the river, there's nobody there. It's a barren land. So but one big Swamiji or Guruji, whatever you call it, he came and set an ashram there. A few hundred disciples were there and all that stuff. But for this ashram, for all their milk, food, flour, everything has to come from this side. Because it's a barren land that side. He wanted a place where there is a peace and tranquility or whatever it is. No noise, no, So they used to transport everything. This ashram buys everything from this village from across the river. It comes by the boat and they serve. So one day, every few weeks, the Swamiji will have a review meeting. He had a review meeting in that particular day and found that why 6:30 in the morning the proceeding starts. So twice a week, thrice a week it gets delayed. So in the review meeting that topic came up, the Swamiji asked why our proceedings are getting late 2-3 times in a week. Then the disciple said, sir, there's one old woman comes and serves milk. She should come at 6 or before 6 and she gets delayed. After the milk comes, we have to boil it, make the puja and start by 6:30. Because she comes late, the whole proceeding turns late. Said, why don't you tell her to come in time and serve the milk in time so that our proceedings don't get late. So we have told her many times, but still this tend to keep continuing happening. What to do? Then the Swamiji said, okay, fine. Tomorrow morning when she comes, ask her to come and see me. So next day morning she came to serve milk. And then one of the disciples said, Guruji wants to see. So this old woman is not studied in a school and all that. She's got a lot of cows, she milk them and supply the village. Some people supply the ashram and all that. That is her livelihood. So she said, why should I meet the Guruji? He said, no, he wants to see you come. So they took her to his place where he stays in a small hut or something and took him inside and left her. The Swamiji opened his eyes and saw her. Said, oh, you are the person who's serving the milk. Yes, Swami. Okay, why are you coming late, 2-3? She says, I get up at 4 in the morning, Guruji. I finish milking everything by 5:15. I come to the river by 5:20. It takes 15-20 minutes. It's a big river to cross over. The boatman doesn't come in time. That's why I get delayed. I said, why don't you tell the boatman to come in time? He said, see, Swamiji is a person who drinks alcohol. The days he drinks a little heavier, he's finding it difficult to get up in time. So he comes late. He said, you should have advised him to stop liquor, drinking habit. He said, Swamiji, I've told him many times, I pleaded with him, but he's not listening to me. Then Swamiji said, why don't you row the boat? He said, Swamiji, hundreds of cows also I can milk. I have the strength. But you see, this river is it's very strong, the current. I don't have the strength to row against the current. So Swamiji got annoyed. He said, for every question I ask, you have an answer. And with his anger, he said, you don't even have to row boat. You can just walk on the water and come. And this lady got surprised. He said, what are you telling? How to walk on the water? He said, what do you know? If you only think of God in your mind, you can just simply walk on the water. She asked, is it possible? Okay, Swamiji got disgusted and said, I am a fool, I am telling you all these things. I don't know what you do from tomorrow. I want milk in time. You can go. She went off. So after a few months, one of the review meeting, it was found that not a single delay is happening. So the Swamiji asked, I am very happy no delay is happening. That means the milk is coming in time. She said, no, Swamiji, that lady comes by 5:30 itself. Every day. Oh my God, very good, very good. You ask her to see me tomorrow. So next day when she comes, they take her and make her meet the Guruji. So Guruji asked, I'm very happy. Now you are maintaining time. So we are able to start little earlier also. So what happened? I think you have gone and convinced the boatman not to drink. She said, no, Swamiji, that boatman died. Oh my God. So that means somebody young is rowing the boat. who doesn't drink. No, Swamiji, nobody is riding the boat. So that means you are rowing yourself and coming. No, Swamiji, I am not rowing. I told you I am the current. Then how are you coming? Said, you told me the other day, you taught me something, I practiced that. Swamiji forgot what he told. Said, what did I tell you? Said, in a spurt of anger, you said, I can walk on the water and come. Walk on the water. So I walk on the water and come. And Swamiji said, what do you mean? Yes, Swamiji, you told that if I only think of God, that I can walk on the water and come. So I practiced it for a month and I got it. Now, every day I walk on the water and come. I don't need a boatman. Swamiji was shocked. And he was thinking, oh my God, this lady is too much. Because Swamiji doesn't know how to walk on the water. So he wanted to test it. This lady is telling the truth or she's, he must be bluffing. She said, come with me. So he took her a little far away from the ashram. He said, show me, you can walk on the water. So she kept that vessel down and she just stood in front of the water, closed her eyes for a few minutes and then just like that went walking on the water, took a big round and came back. Swamiji was shocked, literally shocked. Then she smilingly said, let us go together. Swamiji could not say no to her and he came close to the water. He started putting his foot on the water. He lifts his, that dhoti what he was wearing. And the leg goes inside the water. Then again he lifts the leg and put on the water. He tried to lift this thing. That lady turned around and said, Guruji, you cannot walk on the water. He asked, how do you say this? Said, you said only to think of God 100% in your mind, then you can walk on water. You are not thinking 100%. You are thinking of your dhoti only. So you cannot walk on water. Then the Guruji said, you are my Guru from today. Okay? So now, this story from which, do we understand, is this meditation? What the lady practiced?
What the lady was doing?
Yeah.
Probably.
Meditation is something, I will tell you, nature is immeasurable. Meditation is to reach the immeasurable. And you cannot do it with measurement. And is meditation coming under the concept of learning?
Thank you very much for spending your quality time. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you enjoyed this session. See you later.